Sony Xperia XZ2 was not necessarily one of my favorite phones of MWC 2018. The design and the features just felt iterative considering all the smartphone trends that we've seen, and yet when I decided to use one, a lot of my opinion actually changed. But notice I said a lot. I'm Jaime Rivera with Pocketnow, and stick around for our full review to tell you why. So for all of you that join me in criticizing the trend of phones getting thinner and lighter for no particular reason, or for those of you that don't really like notches on your phone, this video is for you. The Sony Xperia XZ2 is literally the anti-2018 smartphone. It's not thin and light at all, and I'm having a hard time understanding some of the design choices. The new approach is now curvier than ever, with the intent of making it more natural to handle, but the result is quite the irony. Yes, I do love the feel of this phone in the hand, but the placement of the buttons is rather awkward. I always end up pressing the camera lens instead of the fingerprint sensor just because of how low they are. And also, do yourself a favor, buy a case. This phone is very slippery, and because of the curves, it'll fall off a table faster than anything. And here's the thing, I have always been in favor of chubby phones so long as they give me good battery life. But at 3180 mAh, this phone really tips the lower scale of its category. Everything else inside is great thanks to the new Qualcomm Snapdragon 845, 6GB of RAM, 64GB of expandable storage. Our unit has dual SIM capabilities, Qi wireless charging, and IP68 water and dust resistance. Now, when it comes to content consumption, I am rather mixed. This 5.7-inch IPS LCD is great, but it's really small for its price range. That being said, color reproduction is good, HDR capabilities are also great, and I love the animated ambient display. The screen is quite unapologetic about bezels for 2018, but the front-facing stereo speakers make up for the added size. Yes, there is a new dynamic vibrating motor to vibrate the phone whenever the bass is playing with your audio. Do yourself a favor as well, switch it off, it'll burn your battery life, and it's just the worst gimmick of the year. Other than that, don't get me wrong, hardware is really good on this phone, but obviously it depends on your taste. The software experience is what I would call good. It's pretty much the Sony experience that we've seen for years and nothing really special about it. Probably the things that I don't like are the fact that it's still stuck on Android 8.0 and not 8.1, for example, but this phone is on the list for the Android P beta, so those are points in its favor. Really, my favorite elements are the fact that we have direct access to the Google feed on the launcher, which is a current dying breed. I love the flexibility of the grid of icons, and little things like the arrangement of the settings menu. There are definitely some interesting animations in the UI that you'll probably like or disable if you don't want. What I don't like are the steps you have to take to build a folder in the home screen, which I consider dated. Now, you won't complain over things like the fluidness of the user interface, nor about how it performs when playing a game. The XZ2 is quick and responsive as pretty much every flagship should. Essentials like phone calls, whether through the earpiece or the speaker, are also top-notch. Now, even with the average size of the battery pack, I will say that I'm very impressed with its performance. It lasts through the day, and there have been cases where I've been able to reach a second day of battery life, which I will say speaks highly of the user interface and the experience overall. It seems that this is something that Sony does get right. Now, in the case of the camera, I won't blame you if you're concerned. We're in 2018, and this is one of the few smartphones left with a single camera for the primary shooter. But that being said, not everything is bad. This is also one of the few smartphones left, if not the only one, with a dedicated camera button. And sure, I know, the spec sheet isn't really breaking any records on both the primary or the selfie shooter. That said, I have to say that I'm quite impressed with the photos. Following on the company's point-and-shoot camera approach, there's an intelligent auto that I feel is more like the adequate term for AI today, so the camera adapts to the scenery it detects. The 25mm focal length means a wider shot that I've actually come to use quite often, and I also find the selfie camera to produce results that are plenty wide and useful. The This is also one, if not the only smartphone that can produce super slow-mo at 960 frames per second at 1080p resolution. The problem is that, well, you need a lot of light to get that right, and recording is limited. There is no 4K video at 60 frames per second, but the neat trick here is that there is HDR capabilities for this 4K, and it's also very stable, and you can also say the same about stability in HDR and 1080p video recordings. This would also be the first selfie video shooter that doesn't really force you to a horrible crop while providing some sort of stabilization, but it's not perfect. To conclude, let me just say that my experience with the Sony Xperia XZ2 has been good. The design feels better than it looks, the experience consuming content is better than the spec sheet reveals, and the same goes for the camera. My problem really is the price tag. At $799 right now, I'm sure there are smartphones out there that will give you a better user experience than this phone for that price, or a similar user experience than this phone for less of a price. Obviously, if you're a Sony fan, I can totally recommend this phone. But if you're not, then this is a tough sell. This is really a good phone, but not the best one at its price range in 2018. Folks, thank you so much for watching our review of the Xperia XZ2. Let us know in the comments what you think about this phone, and while you're at it, make sure you follow us on social media and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. You can follow me on Twitter, Jaime_Rivera, on Instagram at Jaime Rivera. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I'm Jaime Rivera. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.